Grammar Girl here. I'm Mignon Fogarty, and this week I have a quick and dirty tip about the difference between enormity and enormousness, and a tidbit about the game badminton and where it gets its name. Let's start with a quick and dirty tip. Traditionally, usage guides said that enormousness described something huge, and enormity described something overwhelmingly horrible. Yet today, enormity is also regularly used to describe something of staggering hugeness. Some people call this an error, and some people call it language change. The Merriam-Webster Dictionary of English Usage says there's no basis for the distinction between the words. And they also note that the word enormousness has always been less popular than enormity. Nobody makes the, quote, mistake of using enormousness to describe something monstrously horrible. They only use enormity to describe something huge. People just seem to prefer the word enormity. But to me, the real problem is that the muddled meanings can cause ambiguity. Consider this sentence. The enormity of the landslide daunted the cleanup crew. Was the problem huge or horrible? Who knows? You can't tell from that sentence. The quick and dirty tip is to avoid ambiguity by avoiding the word enormity in sentences where the meaning could be either huge or horrible. Instead of saying the enormity of the landslide daunted the cleanup crew, be more specific and say something like the devastation caused by the landslide daunted the cleanup crew, or the sheer size of the landslide daunted the cleanup crew. That way, your meaning will be clear. Before we get to the tidbit about badminton, thanks to our sponsor this week, GlassesUSA.com, the leading online retailer for prescription glasses in the U.S. since 2009. They cut out the middleman, so prices can be up to 70% off the retail price. Plus, you can shop online from the comfort of your home without compromise on quality or service. GlassesUSA.com offers more than 2,500 styles of eyeglasses and sunglasses, including designer frames like Ray-Ban, Oakley, Tom Ford, and Armani. Their lenses and coatings are the same high quality as retail, and the glasses are professionally produced at state-of-the-art laboratories. They also make multifocal lenses and accommodate high prescriptions. Using GlassesUSA.com's virtual mirror, you can try on any pair of frames and see what they'll look like on your face by uploading your photo. At GlassesUSA.com, glasses start at only $48 with free prescription lenses. But for my listeners, GlassesUSA.com is offering 55% off your first pair of frames, including free basic prescription lenses, when you use the code GRAMMAR55 at checkout, or go to GlassesUSA.com/grammar. That's GlassesUSA.com/grammar or the offer code GRAMMAR55 at checkout for 55% off. Some exclusions apply, so check out the site for full details. That's GlassesUSA.com/grammar. And now on to badminton. This week's Radiolab podcast was about a strange Olympic badminton match in which both teams were trying to lose instead of trying to win. It was a great story, but at the beginning, Mike Pesca made a big deal about how the game is called badminton with an N, not badminton, as many people say, as though you're scolding a cat. Badminton. I'm certainly one of those people who's been saying it wrong my whole life, so I was really happy to learn the right way. But if you know me, you know by now that I also wanted to know why it has such an odd name, and they didn't get to that part in Radiolab, so we're going to get to it today. Because whether it's badminton or badmitten, neither one has an obvious origin when I start thinking about it. It turns out Badminton is named after a place, Badminton House, the estate where the game was first played in England. Badminton House is the private home of the Duke and Duchess of Beaufort and lies in the Gloucestershire countryside. There are a few different stories about how the game came to be played at the house. A book about great homes in England and the website for Badminton House claim that the game was invented by children in the house in 1863, and the Oxford English Dictionary has a story they call unsubstantiated that says the elastic shuttlecock was substituted for a ball so the children wouldn't damage pictures hung in the house. However, the website for the United States badminton team and a BBC article about the sport note that versions of the game had been played for hundreds of years in Europe, India, and China, and that it was brought to Badminton House by British officers who had played the game in India where they called it Pune. The Oxford English Dictionary also calls this origin story unsubstantiated, so who knows? Regardless of the origin, though, the game remains named for the estate. According to the online etymology dictionary, the name badminton itself comes from an Old English word that means the estate of a man called Badjuhelm. I tried to find out what Badjuhelm means, and the farthest I could get was to find that helm, at least when it's a name by itself, usually meant herdsman. Along the way, I also learned from the Oxford English Dictionary that the 1800s also gave us a drink called the Badminton Cup, or simply badminton, which also gets its name from the estate. It was described as 1 bottle of red Burgundy, 1 quart of German seltzer water, and the rind of 1 orange. So the next time you watch a badminton game, lowercase when it refers to the game, even though it's derived from a place name, because it's in such wide use, you can imagine you're on an expansive English estate and enhance your enjoyment by sipping on a cool badminton cup, in which badminton was uppercase in all references I found, probably because it's not widely known and therefore is still strongly associated with the estate. So have a cup of badminton while watching badminton. I'm Mignon Fogarty, better known as Grammar Girl. You can find transcripts of all the podcasts plus other articles at quickanddirtytips.com. That's all. Thanks for listening.